was more than heavy rain, and then there was some wind to go along with it, and there was just nothing good on offense coming from that game. So definitely a weird week for scoring, especially for fantasy. I definitely saw some weird stats being put up, but it was entertaining to watch them, slide around a little.
It was Nick Bosa.
Yeah, he had fun, but they're children.
Yes. The Titans beat the Chargers. Did anyone predict the Chargers being this bad?
No.
I didn't see him being this bad, but they clearly have no offensive line.
2-5 losses. They beat the Colts, and they beat everyone beats the Dolphins. But they lost to the fucking Broncos. They lost to the Lions. They lost to the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers are pretty bad.
Yeah. I'm holding firm on my belief that the Bengals are the worst team in the NFL. I'm fucking confident that they're the worst team in the NFL.
I mean,
the way the Dolphins played against the Bills, I'm fucking confident that the Dolphins would beat the Bengals.
Well, we're going to find out, so don't you worry.
We find out third week of November.
Don't you worry.
You flip that coin.
Hackathon 2.0.
Thank God at that point, Rick and Morty will be back.
Oh, man. Saints beat the Bears 36-25. This is Drew Brees' final season, right? The Saints have their heir apparent.
I don't know if it necessarily has to be, but it certainly could be. If Drew Brees wins another Super Bowl, he could just ride off into the sunset if he wants. I mean, they're 5-0 under Teddy Bridgewater, and Drew Brees is going to come back rested. And their defense looks really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And then the Ravens beat the Seahawks 30-16. And then I'm sorry, Dan O'Shea. But
I'm sorry I had to watch that.
Yeah,
how it was really weird that the Jets had a second bye week this season. Yeah, super strange. Really boring weekend.
Yeah.
In fact, how many balls did Darnold throw?
Well, I mean, they didn't play on Sunday, that's for sure.
He went 11 for 32 with 86 yards and 4 interceptions.
You know what's hilarious about that? He single-handedly left beating your ass in Dallas. And yet that's what happens?
So,
Just,
not
spooked, you said.
Yeah, he was seeing ghosts, apparently.
Well,
and now the Jets team are pissed off that ESPN aired that.
I was not there. He is a liar.
Okay. But
it was better than
Wait, what?
Casper. He's the fucking friendly ghost. Except he's not all that friendly.
I hear.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
No,
that's a common saying for when you're seeing shit that's not there. Everyone's blowing this out of proportion.
I took it to mean they got in his head, and that's it.
I have a feeling that the Jets were just getting pissed about it to try and show some support after, let's just call it a pedestrian effort.
No, the NFL never lets anything like that be sent out. You never see anything after a quarterback's having a bad game. You never hear them on the sideline saying anything like that. But the NFL, for some reason, is just for the Jets, that's fine. We'll air that. So fuck the NFL, and fuck ESPN for airing it as well.
I want to hear more of that. I don't care what fucking team it is. If a quarterback's playing like shit, I want to hear Andy Dalton be like, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Well, that's what I mean. You don't hear that from anyone else, and
I
heard that the NFL is pissed at the guy that cleared it. They didn't, they never clear stuff like that. So I think that guy is definitely facing, some sort of punishment.
He's fired. This is the NFL, dude. Fired.
Yeah. You know what happened? You know the punishment he got? Josh Gordon suspended indefinitely.
It was on his face.
But yeah, that game was a travesty. I was there, and I was hammered by the third quarter because I knew that it was just not going to get better. the Jets' offensive line is terrible. The coaching is terrible. Darnold had a shit game. He still hasn't played, I think, 16 games in the NFL. So
he's young.
He can have a really bad game. It happens to every quarterback at some point. So
Peyton Manning was absolute dog shit his first year.
Yeah. I'm not that concerned about Darnold. I see stupid reactionary fans that are like, "Oh, he's trash. We need to find a new quarterback." It's like we have no idea what he is yet. I am worried that this coaching staff could ruin a promising young career. And Douglas this year needs to clean house with the coaching staff and start fresh.
He also needs.
Sorry.
Sam Darnold also needs to stop kissing questionable broads so he can get more playing time.
But yeah, I don't know why Gase was ever brought in. You heard me freak out when it happened, and I think I'm being proven right. It was a stupid hire by bad management that is now gone, and the rest just needs to follow.
So, I just really quickly want to touch on the game where the Jets beat the Cowboys. This is what happens when both your left and right tackle are out. Huge difference when Tyron Smith and La'el Collins were back. They beat the fuck out of the Eagles' defensive line.
That being said, the Eagles look fucking bad.
It's fucking insane because one week they look like shit. The Falcons beat them. They look really bad. 2 weeks later, they easily beat the Packers.
Dude, I really don't know. The middle of the NFC has so much parity between it because it's all over the fucking place. It's hard to really gauge who's who around there. I mean, it's hard enough to gauge who's the best team in the NFC. Because you can make an argument for 3 teams at least.
I don't think it's hard. I think it's the Saints.
San Francisco's undefeated.
San Francisco is undefeated. That is true. But
Green Bay is 5-1, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't have anyone.
The Saints are 5-1 with Teddy Bridgewater as their starting quarterback.
You're absolutely right, but again,
without Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara's been there for the majority of that.
Well, they beat the
and
best
also
defense in the NFL last
Teddy
week.
Bridgewater also has a guy that you can pretty much throw up anything to, even if he's fucking covered by 4 people, and he's coming down with it, Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas is great. Teddy Bridgewater is also a lot better than people give him credit for.
No,
people
Teddy
forget.
Bridgewater has always been good. If it wasn't for the fact that by some
He almost died.
happenstance, his fucking leg almost fell off. Teddy Bridgewater was set to be the fucking quarterback in Minnesota for the
10 to 12
future.
years.
Yeah, it would have been him with Dalvin Cook right now. And furthermore, they might even be better.
The season before that freak accident, he was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the Pro Bowl where the fans decided fucking Deion Sanders picked him. So, or was it Michael Irvin?
It doesn't matter.
One of them. He was picked. Chosen. By the captain. So, Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback than a lot of people remember. People just remember that he almost died from some non-contact injury.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was with the Jets for a fucking quarter of a game. Right after coming off that horrible injury. Mm-hmm. So, Teddy Bridgewater is the future of New Orleans. They've got 6 good years at least.
Well, the Saints knew what they could get with him, and they knew they didn't have to put him in there, and ideally wouldn't have to put him in there until absolutely necessary. It just so happened that this was absolutely necessary, and it was enough time for him to heal and get back into what he does. He's not going to be the Teddy Bridgewater that scrambles all the time like he used to, but he doesn't need to be.
I mean, he also didn't need to be then. His pocket passing was just fine.
Yeah. He's clearly the future for the Saints. That being said, I do agree with you. I do think the Saints are the best team. When they get Drew Brees back and Alvin Kamara is 100%, everyone else is in trouble.
And then Cook. Or, not Cook. The tight end.
Yeah.
Jared Cook.
Yeah, Jared Cook, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he comes back, because he's out too.
Yeah, they'll be just fine, especially with that defense, which is pretty much the Ohio State fucking Buckeyes.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, Lattimore, Eli Apple, like there's a ton of fucking people on that team that are
Michael
from Ohio
Thomas.
State. Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn Jr. Like half of that team is full of Ohio State people.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Some New Orleans Buckeyes.
Yeah, New Orleans Buckeyes. You're right. But let's quickly shift to the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about, and then
Picks?
yeah, we'll make our picks, and then we'll kill this game. Tony, do you have a rant?
No,
No.
I've ranted enough.
Okay, all right.
I'll skip it this week. I'll come back because it's just gonna be. It would be the usual. NFL refs are fucking trash.
Well, I think when I talk about this next thing, you might change your mind and want to do a rant. The NBA is back.
I'm out.
The NBA is back, but the Knicks still aren't.
Hockey started, right?
Hockey has started, and the Stars suck.
Oh, thank God.
They're like 3-7 right now. Anyways, yeah, last night the NBA tipped off. All the Lakers fans shouting, "Lakers are back, Lake City." All right, calm the fuck down. All right, game hasn't been played yet. At this time, this is what I was thinking. Or at that time, this is what I was thinking. They play the Clippers. It's a home game for both teams. But Clippers won. Kawhi is clearly the best player in the NFL. Fuck me. Fuck me, man. Kawhi Leonard is not the best player in the NFL. As we all know, that's Brian Scalabrine. Kawhi Leonard is the best player
From
in
hearing
the
you
NBA.
talk about it, might as well be fucking Eric Ebron.
Listen. There are players that I talk about way more than Eric Ebron. It's just we had a little argument, a prolonged argument, about how good Eric Ebron was, and I'm closer to right than he was, so I'm just rubbing it in his face. Just like Jeremy Lin. Where's Jeremy Lin now?
Killing it in China.
Killing it in China. Hey, yeah, because all the best point guards go to China. Like Stephon Marbury. Anyways, yeah, NBA tipped off last night. Lonzo looked pretty good. Not great. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that. First game with a new team, not bad. Overtime loss. The Raptors, without Kawhi, come away with a win. Pascal Siakam's a fucking man amongst kids in the NBA. And then the Clippers beat the Lakers. Now to all of the people who are shouting the Lakers suck, they blah, 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 blah. LeBron James has lost it, blah, 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 blah. Every season that LeBron James has won an NBA title, he started off slow. In fact, 2 of the seasons, he looked like absolute shit. So, it's been one fucking game with a new fucking team. Calm the fuck down. If he's still playing poorly, he didn't even play that poorly last night. He just didn't play great. If he's playing poorly come December, then start talking shit. But the first fucking game of the season, you're already spewing your fucking bullshit. And you guys know, I'm not a LeBron guy. I'm not a big fan of LeBron James.
Really?
But calm the fuck down, people. It's one fucking game. 1 out of 82, which is 42 too many. Oh, maybe not. At least it's not fucking baseball. Anyways, speaking of baseball, Tony, are you back?
Yeah, I can be in on this.
We brought you back in. Real quick, developing story. MLB umpire is being investigated by Major League Baseball for saying that if the Democrats impeach Trump, he's going to buy an AR-15. Why are you saying this stupid shit? Like, of course you're going to be investigated.
He's going to buy an AR-15, and I think he said hunt them down.
I didn't see
Or
where he
some-
said hunt them
or
down.
something Civil War.
Yeah, he said something like the Civil War will be happening or some shit like that.
Yes.
First of all, stop fucking tweeting. You're all